What is going on to you, Geminis? You have the Page of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Fool, Page of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Four of Cups, the Justice, and the Six of Swords. Okay, so Page of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, the Fool. Okay. Understanding that a lot of you Geminis, you really need to be challenged. And what I mean by that is all it is that you're meeting so far is a bunch of goofy, dysfunctional individuals. You're meeting a lot of that right now. And definitely there's for a reason. The reason is because you're really, first and foremost, that's the majority of what's out. And you're really looking through the majority to find the minority, aka the people who are rare enough to really be real and even want a relationship in the first place. Decent individuals, right, that want a relationship. The Seven of Cups and the Fool represents this. You Geminis not wasting too much time on people you know are going to waste your time. You have plenty of options, plenty of people to actually get to know. And that's what it is that a lot of you Geminis are doing. You're not going to be sitting up here wasting your time, spending long periods of time on people who really don't have any kind of purpose to them hanging out with you. And then when you ask them, hey, where are we going with this? Then they seem to never have a direct answer. You Geminis want something direct. You want a direct answer. The Page of Cups and the Three of Pentacles represents, okay, so now as a result, a lot of you Geminis also understand that you're in a particular situation where the Page of Cups and the Three of Pentacles now is about how what you want to do is you really want to be in a situation where you Geminis get to walk away from a lot of people, and you are walking away from them, but a lot of people that you're meeting, they have a problem with the fact that you're getting to know multiple people. But it's not like these people can stop you, because a lot of you Geminis are actually single. It's just that nobody is really stepping up to be with you one for one, right? Monogamously. The Page of Cups and the Three of Pentacles just kind of speaks to how it is that a lot of you Geminis need to be aware of what it is that you want. Because you don't want to be the Page of Cups. You don't want to be delusional about what you want and think that no one, you know what I mean, or not very, you don't want to create a standard or preference for yourself and have nobody actually be able to live up to that. You want to be in a situation where a lot of you Geminis, what you're looking for are decent people who obviously have their own, who can treat you well, and you do the same. If you ask me, anything else, anything more than that, and of course, what goes without saying, the two of you learn, grow, become someone different, better than where you started. I think anything more, whatever that entails, anything more than that is greedy. And you Geminis may have to manage this expectation that you have. Because the Page of Cups and the Three of Pentacles represents you may have a big expectation of others. You may want them to do a lot. And that's what expectations are. Expectations are basically wants. Basically, you want someone to do this. You want someone to do that. But the Queen of Swords represents you need to have a level of clarity. Excuse me. You need to be clear about what you want. Because while you're going through thinking that nobody is for you and that nobody respects you, you don't want to trample all over or play that same game with people who are actually decent and actually have something of their own. What you want to do is you Geminis want to waste the time of the individuals who are playing games, or have them waste their own time even more so by themselves and not your time, and you want to be serious with people who are very much so serious with you. A lot of times in today's society, people confuse the two and they mix the two up and they end up looking stupid because of it. You don't want to do that. So the Two of Pentacles now represents, so you have to watch how it is that you are really judging people to decide accurately, well, meaning well, if people are worth continuing to get to know, or if you have to stop communicating with people, because it really is a process of elimination. The Seven of Cups, when you're getting to know a lot of people, obviously you're going to have more people, chances are you're going to have more people who are playing games than you have people who are serious. So the Two of Pentacles now represents, so as a result of this, the Two of Pentacles is about you, Geminis, having to manage your expectations or what you want, to pay attention to see, right, if these people are decent and if they have potential. Because a lot of times people are missing one of the two, most of the times. Very rarely do people understand what a person is and what they're going to be. You need to factor in both of those things. Because what sometimes people will do is they'll try to factor in the person's potential and they'll rock with them. And this is where you hear a lot of complaining. Oh, I can't believe that the person ended up like this. Well, no, you picked that person strictly because of their potential and not who they actually were. You need both. Same thing. Sometimes when you pick the person for who it is that they are, and they showed it to you in the show Power, right? Tasha picked James St. Patrick because of who James St. Patrick was, but didn't respect who James St. Patrick was on the verge of becoming as well. So Tasha loved who the street James St. Patrick, the ghost aspect, but didn't appreciate the James St. Patrick, the legitimate businessman. As to where the other person, I forgot the person's name, the other person, right, appreciated the potential, but didn't appreciate who James St. Patrick was as Ghost, and that ultimately they were the same person. So I'm saying all of that to say, Gemini, that as you're out here getting to know people, you need to be able to pay attention to both of those things so that you don't end up internally blindfolding yourself to where you start making terrible decisions. Two of Pentacles. The Four of Cups now represents, and that way, as you approach people, this is where a lot of your mind starts to open up, because you stop judging people so harshly based off of just minuscule things, and you actually have a real insight and a deeper perception, because when you get to know people, you know for a fact that if they turn out to not be anything of value, they cannot say no to that, because you dated them because of who they were and their potential of who they could have been. And if they appear to be if they appear to be something successful, but is on the verge of becoming more successful, and they turn out not to be that, they ain't squat. And they have to say yes to that, because what do you call that? So that's what the Four of Cups are. And then the Justice and the Six of Swords now represents, this, when you start to develop both of those elements, now you begin to understand, Gemini, okay, you leave them alone or you keep them around. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is another layer. See, a lot of people ain't going to talk about this because there are a lot of times they don't have a lot of relationship experience like that. So, and I'm not even talking about in the tarot space per se, because the tarot space probably has the most in-depth relationship experience out of almost anyone on YouTube. We could talk about it in detail. I'm talking about probably every one of us. You know what I mean? So the Justice and the Six of Swords now represent how a lot of you need to understand as well that when you leave these people, you can feel more justified, as opposed to wanting to do the reach back and thinking that maybe you missed out on something and someone potentially good because you judged them too harshly and too fast. You can actually feel secure and get some sort of closure in walking away, because now you know better how to date. Now let's clarify the Six of Swords. So to clarify, the Five of Wands, right? Five of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Page of Cups, right? Some people, how it is that you know people ain't people ain't really squat, is when they try to fight you on this, or when they try to defend themselves, because there is no defense against it. Who you present yourself to be, you better be on point already, and then you have to get even better. This is why a lot of times most people are not really ready for relationships. Factually, they're not, because are you powerful now? Bump later. Are you powerful now to even be seen as the foundation, but you're going to get better over time? So that's something that people have to figure out for themselves.